tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Tell me what to do. We're really sick of it, man. It's supposed to be our show. You're acting like this is this big guy on campus. I just can't even say anything.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my man, Spin Morat. All right. If you guys don't know, the song that plays in the intro is Spinny's song.
That's me dropping
That's
bars.
Spencer's voice every time.
And he cut off the coldest part of the snap.
Because
I said, go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Coming up Pippin. Brand new whipping. Some new keys and a mic that's dripping. Because my brother's got me a gold mic. Yeah, but it's the whole like flow switch part.
I forgot your brother did get you gold like that. Yeah. I forgot that little fun fact about you.
That's why I said it.
Every single time this man tries to finish the verse, and I literally have to shout up, "What up? This is Spencer. That's Chris."
That's not true.
This
I didn't do it the past 2 days.
You haven't. You've been good. But there was a thing.
It was a thing.
It was a team. It was a team. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Voice. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my man Spin Morat.
You already said that, but what up, though?
We got Chris Pilates. That's not how you say his name, but he is in the CD booth. And of course, we have the one and only Cheese Nips.
Cheese Nips in the booth.
And we have a special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
The one, the only.
Sam.
The legend killer Flannel.
Flannel!
So.
What up? It's great to be here today. Great to be here with you guys.
Always a pleasure to have you, Sam.
Hey, my double dose of Spencer Rackster. I already had him on Big D Energy, and today I'm being on heavyweights from
Hey yo. No, but let's get right into it, Flannel, because you killed another legend today, and this one might not hit as hard for some of our fans out there because this is not a Detroit athlete, but you went after Derek Jeter, a Michigan guy, Kalamazoo guy, Ann Arbor guy, and what you said was that. I'll give you that. You based it. You said he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has the 3,000 hits, so he is a great baseball player. But you said he is the most overrated baseball player of all time.
Yes, and it's more about overrated does not mean bad. I acknowledge, yes, 3,000 hits, first ballot Hall of Famer, over a 300 average in the postseason. That is incredible. But the way he is sort of like, build up, the fact that he is the second highest Hall of Fame voting percentage in MLB history, when he is 94th all-time in wins above replacement, I got a problem with that. The fact that he won 5 Gold Gloves later on in his career, even though between 2003 and the time where he retired, he was the worst defensive shortstop in baseball. He had minus 152 defensive runs saved.
Oof.
That is beyond terrible. And I know he won 5 World Series. I know D-Mac on the show really kind of like filleted me for that. But when you look at Derek Jeter, I don't see it as much as like intangibles. Yes, he was a big part of those teams, but those teams had, Bernie Williams, Paul O'Neill, Tino Martinez, David Wells, David Cohn, Roger Clemens, Jorge Posada, and then in the later days, like Robinson Cano, Mark Teixeira, A-Rod. Those teams were absolutely stacked.
Brett Gardner,
yeah. Hey, Brett Gardner wasn't too bad.
Solid player for a long time.
Hideki Matsui. Those teams were stacked, and if he were in other situations, he would not necessarily have won all those World Series titles. He was a good player, first ballot Hall of Famer, but he is not in any way, shape, or form one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Nomar Garciaparra and A-Rod were better shortstops in the late 90s, early 2000s. Look at the numbers, they just were. And Derek Jeter never won a batting title and never won an MVP. And when we talk about all-time greats, which Derek Jeter I think is way too high on that list, you got to nitpick, and that's what I'm doing.
I will give it to you that A-Rod is a better player. A-Rod is a better baseball player than Jeter. With the Hall of Fame rating, like you said, he was the second most unanimous Hall of Fame voter ever. It's his name. It is name recognition. It is Derek Jeter. He was the captain. He was the Yankee. He was the guy that drove, those winning ships, those 5 chips. He was, the biracial angel, like they said in the other boy. You shot Jeter. He's a biracial angel. He endeared himself to the biggest baseball city in the world, in New York. So you got Abe, our resident Mets fan, in the booth, telling you you're 200% correct. So I get where you're coming from, that he is not, he's not a top 5 MLB player of all time. He's not a top 5 baseball player of all time. But with how he got voted in, I don't really I'm not mad about it because it is Derek Jeter. It is, everybody who looks at the ballot, they're like, okay, Derek Jeter, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. So it is what it is. I like Jeter. I like him as a player. I like him as a guy. He has had sex with some of the most attractive women on the planet. His rotation, like they did, like an entire starting rotation.
Give me some names.
Eva Longoria, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Biel. Yeah, there's a picture of like literally a starting baseball lineup, and it's all just baddies.
Oh, Chris,
Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, like. He's the man. I love Derek Jeter, so I'm not gonna slam on him too hard, but I will give it to you that A-Rod was a better player overall, even with the.
Well, Sam, when you say
with the juice,
I thought it was yeah,
A-Rod.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say you're complaining about the Hall of Fame that he got the second highest voting percentage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, my counterpoint to that is look at the Hall of Fame class he was going against. You have to. You're voting, right? And a lot of these guys are on roids. You look through Kurt Schilling, he had that whole thing where the media doesn't like him now. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame no matter what.
Right, I agree.
Pete Rose, too.
But that's why these votes went to Derek Jeter instead. Larry Walker, Omar Vizquel, Scott Rowland, Todd Helton, Manny Ramirez. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, Derek Jeter is the most clean guy on here. Like, we're talking like roids, like all these cases and everything with the media and everything. Derek Jeter, that's the reason why he was voted at 99.7%, because he was pretty much the only guy you could vote for that is a true first ballot Hall of Famer on this.
Yeah.
That's why he got that percentage.
I agree with that. I was going to say that too.
Take.
Yeah, we got to see who he was going up against.
I understand that, but like he has a higher voting, like Hall of Fame voting percentage than Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ricky Henderson,
class,
Steve Carlton.
Though.
No, but I'm talking about like when what I'm talking about is writers vote. Are you in the Hall of Fame or are you not?
Well, you get 3 votes to vote for somebody, so you have to vote for like only 3 guys.
Yeah, like
that's how it works.
Derek Jeter went into the Hall of Fame with Larry Walker, Ted Simmons, and Marvin Miller. So
you have to choose. You only have so many votes.
That's a pretty weak class.
It's not a yes or no. It's you have these votes to give to these guys. Like, it's not, if you went through and was like yes or no, it would be different.
Yeah.
That's not how MLB Hall of Fame works, though.
Facts. It is a pretty weak class, so that definitely played into it. But it's also, Sam is right, it is also a name recognition thing, because regardless of the class, Derek Jeter was going to be in first ballot Hall of Fame, and everybody that was voting, or 97% of everybody that was voting, was going to pick Derek Jeter because that's who he is. So I don't really have a problem with it. But you also called Tom Brady the LOAT, the luckiest of all time.
Wait. You said that?
He said Tom Brady is the LOAT.
Sam went after Tom Brady?
Sam went. It was just a little. It was just the one bar.
Sam, the Michigan man, went after Tom Brady.
That's a big bar.
I'm proud of you, Sam.
No, Sam, dude.
I respect your take
Sam
a lot more now.
Sam doesn't let his heart, cloud his judgment.
Let's hear it, though.
I
already know
why
what it
is
is.
Tom Brady the LOAT?
Because it wasn't Tom Brady winning 7 Super Bowls. Yes, he had a big part on it. It was the team. In every single Super Bowl run, and I don't know if I want to go through all of them, but I can if you want. You can point to a lucky moment in all of them. We'll start with the last one in Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay defense held Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to 9 points.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
Yes.
In 2018,
the
Patriots defense held the Rams offense
Worst
to
Super Bowl
3
of all time.
points.
Terrible
Where
Super Bowl.
Tom Brady led the New England Patriots to a whopping 13. In the first Super Bowl he won against the Rams in 2001. Remember the first touchdown the Patriots scored? It was a Ty Law pick 6. They held the greatest show on turf, the Patriots defense, to 17 points. And Tom Brady himself led them to 13. In the 2003 playoffs, the Patriots defense held Peyton Manning's offense, that high-powered offense, to 14 points.
Crazy offense.
So your point is that he has really good defenses to back him up. That's why he's The luckiest.
Fumble. Wait, not the fumble. Oh, the tuck rule in 2001. That was a fumble. That was a terrible call. And oh, by the way, in 2018, remember that year where Patrick Mahomes threw 50 touchdowns and they lost to I won't put that in quotes. They lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Remember when Tom Brady threw that game-losing interception when the Chiefs were up 28-24? But D Ford, who had no impact on the play, lined up fucking offsides. Offsides. That is 2 game-losing turnovers in Tom Brady's career that he had nullified by a bullshit rule, the tuck rule, and then by D Ford having no impact on the play, lining up offsides. No quarterback has ever had that kind of luck. None.
Sam's like, I don't gotta edit this audio. I'm telling F-bombs, baby. Let's go.
But honestly, I'm with him to that point because I used to hate when people be like, if the Browns are Tom Brady, if the Lions are Tom Brady, like stop pretending like he's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a team sport.
But
take it out of your mouth.
To your point, though, like what if Jared Goff was on this team instead? Would they still have won all these rings?
Yes. Exactly.
Let's be all right. One thing I'd say also about Tom Brady is the stats that go along with it.
Low. Like this is way
no.
too
We're not
low
pushing anything down low. They're speaking facts. Like all those situations happen. That's not pushing anything down low.
Because he's
that's
in
speaking
this,
facts.
He got lucky. Yeah, there's situations
got
where he got
lucky. He got
but
lucky
he also
7
got
times.
into these situations.
Yeah.
You know, Stafford wasn't playing in these games. You know, like there's to an extent, like you have to get there and then get lucky.
There is an intangible thing. There is a thing that this guy is a winner. This guy is a motivator. This guy holds people accountable. He holds his defense accountable. He holds players on his offense accountable. I love Tom Brady. He is one of my favorite players of all time. He is the GOAT. So, like, it's nobody will ever do again what Tom Brady has done in the NFL. It'll never happen again.
Never happen
We'll
again.
never see it again.
Never see it again.
They didn't win Super Bowls without Tom Brady there. Years he got hurt, they didn't win. Years he left, they didn't win. Tampa didn't win a Super Bowl until Tom Brady got there. You know, I mean, in this recent stretch, obviously they've won a Super Bowl before, but in the recent stretch of them being the Tampa Bay, but the team they already had assembled, they didn't win until Brady got there. So I think there is a lot of things that go into it with the intangibles of Tom Brady and what he did, let alone his skill set, his decision making. Him under pressure, him knowing what to do under pressure, him knowing what decisions to make under pressure, and how to win important games and show up in big time. So I'm not going to take anything away from him. I think a lot goes in. Yes, there is some luck factored in for like the plays you said.
There's luck for every team.
Like for every team, exactly.
Every team,
like
unless you lose.
Like what's his name on the Bucks or the 49, Jaquiski Tart. Dropping an interception that would have sealed the game, and the Rams never would have gotten to the Super Bowl last year. Different, like that happens. That is sports.
There's all these types of plays that you can think about throughout the entire season that you can justify as lucky.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, it just comes down to putting yourself in that situation and then performing. Sometimes, you do have that lucky play that sends you to the Super Bowl or wins you the Super Bowl. But you know what? He was in that situation time and time again. It's going to happen.
Yeah, he put his teammates in that situation where something like that, where a one play, a one factor could matter. Like you can't get there without doing that for 16 weeks in the season and 4 or 5 weeks in the postseason. So.
Well, you know what situations I like to be in? Ones when I have a Centron in my goddamn hand.
Hey,
because some more Centron's here, and now Centron's available at Kroger. Make sure you guys pick some up while you're shopping because right now you can get 2 cans of Centron for $4. That's 2 cans of this. Just give me up juice. All right, this is what I drink before the show. Hey, yo, for that too. I'm saying, hey, multifaceted, okay? Centron's new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Centron. For Heavyweight, we'll be right back, baby.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for Guardian Alarm, and you know Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind, whether you're at home, on the road, because they're local 24/7 monitoring. Make sure what's important to you stays safe. So call 1-800
out.
1-800
Stay out.
One more time for everybody in Lady Jane's right now. That's 1-800
Stay out.
Stay out. Make sure you tell them to stay out. So call that number right now and tell them the Woodward Heavyweight sent you.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy East, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Sus Chris in the TD booth. We got my man Flannel Sam in the. That's the Maz chair. That'll forever be down. Yeah, that's
no
forever the Maz
What about the
chair.
Madden chair?
We
It's the
can't hear
casting couch.
the cast. Yeah, it's casting couch. Don't let people say that.
Sam's getting casted right now.
We have Cheese Nips in the TD in the audio booth. And actually, I had a real quick question. I wanted to bring it up in the first segment because our guy Chris, shout out to Sus, always giving our guy Cheese Nips, flack about his was it Tinder? What's the app you guys use nowadays? Bumble. His pickup lines.
I don't even have Tinder right now. It's deleted.
See, you're getting really defensive, man. You're getting
I'm
really defensive.
just saying.
Tinder's how you get your organs harvested.
Yeah.
Don't trust it.
I'm back at home right now,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tinder in East Lansing is that's like shooting fish in a barrel.
I believe it. 100%
So
believe it.
easy.
But I got Chris, aka Young Sus.
Young
Is
Sus.
like the self-proclaimed ladies man. Put the what'd you say?
I hate this title. This
Man,
name
you
plate.
getting real redneck,
Young
huh?
Sus.
Gotta go.
Yo, Young Sus.
Pushing cards and breaking hearts.
Yeah,
Push-
pushing carts, breaking hearts. I was at the beach today with some of my ladies.
Oh, so you weren't working. The truth comes out.
Weird.
yeah.
Truth
Get his
comes
ass.
out.
Weird.
In the morning, and then I worked. I only worked 12 to 3 today.
You went to the
Sarcastic.
beach at what time?
What's that?
What time did you go to the beach at?
I went to the beach at 9. I was up early.
9 to 12.
Yeah.
Beach
Well,
for
9
3
to- 9
beach
to
for
like
3
11:30.
hours and then work for 3 hours.
That's cat.
That's
I
cat.
don't know.
That's cat.
Who goes to the beach for 3 hours?
It's a light day.
Anyway,
Any other questions?
You're a self-proclaimed ladies man. I want to know what are your pickup lines when you slide the DMs on Tinder or Bumble or whatever the hell you kids use these days.
First of all, I do 99% of my shooting in person. I don't really. I really just if you're in my circle, if I'm out and I see you, then I strike up a conversation so I can feel.
Come chase down.
I asked if you'd like to see a picture of my penis.
Yo, relax.
I say, hey, you want to see Doofenshmirtz Incorporated, baby?
With his
It's more natural in person.
He walks up to him and says, hey, baby, you ever see the platypus that can talk?
But
Take you to the crib.
sometimes a lady will put a little something on their story, and if it can lead to a conversation, you start there, and then you just let the rest go from there.
All right.
That's it.
That's fair. You got to be unique with it.
No, I feel that. That's, you just shoot him a little text.
It's nothing crazy.
Shoot him the reply to the story, something funny, and then let it build.
Nuts and crazy. I'm gonna get some of these YouTube comments from our last topic. Flannel Sam got heated.
It's Flannel Sam Digging.
Flannel Sam dropped the
you
F
slammed
bomb.
the
I don't think I've ever
Slam
seen
the
him drop
couch.
F-bomb.
Yeah, I've never heard you say the F bomb.
Chris Bogus, my dog Sibo said Flannel Sam has legit takes. We got Flannel said Barry wasn't the greatest. You did. You said Walter Payton was the best, which again, you take the heart out of it. It's hard to argue against it. Walter Payton has better stats. What else do we got here? Yeah, he said Walter Payton. Ryan said Babe wasn't even a minor. Okay, I agree with Ryan and Monty on his Babe Ruth take.
I agree too.
Babe Ruth was in a league that black people and Latinos weren't allowed to play in. He was going up. People were throwing him 65-mile-per-hour slot balls down the middle. You take Miguel Cabrera in his prime and you put him in Babe Ruth's era, he's hitting 400 home runs in 2 years. Like, come on. He's going up against plumbers and math teachers that were smoking darts and drinking beers in the dugout between innings. Like, I don't want to hear anything about. If you played in the league before black people and Latinos, nothing you did mattered. Period.
Damn.
Period.
That's savage.
It's true.
Yeah.
But when you're smoking, you're smoking cigs at dugout. Like,
Dude, yeah.
it's hard to say you
And
want to
you're
get
not
the
Jim
best
Wheeler.
caliber
It's kinda
athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's pretty beers.
They were talking about the Babe Ruth in the home run derby. Babe Ruth wouldn't be able to swing as many times as those guys swung last time.
Hell no.
He'd be gassed.
Hell no.
He'd be gassed.
Lonzo's doing squats in the middle of rounds.
Yeah.
But that
Pete Alonso was
gassed
doing
him.
squats.
That
He was doing
gassed him,
deadlifts before his.
Yeah, but he's doing lightweight.
But
too,
yeah,
just
he
to
was
activate
doing
his
135
legs.
just to get the legs
Yeah,
fired up.
he wasn't doing shit.
But still,
Like,
I mean, dude, that's
he was like
He looked like a
if
murderer.
everyone there, everyone's having fun and everything. Pete's like zoned in. He's
yes.
like
He looked like a
meditating.
murderer.
I was like, dude, you're taking this way too serious. Like, chill
Way
out.
too. We were
Every
joking
time they-
about last
Like
night.
Every
who
time
else
they
was
cut to
having
him, he
fun?
looks like a
Schwarber was
murderer.
having fun. Like everyone's having fun. He's like, I'm here to win. I'm the greatest. I'm like, dude, chill. It's the home run derby, man. If you're making it not fun.
That's his like motto though. He's a back-to-back champ. But it was a big moment though for him because he would have been the first
lost,
ever
though.
to repeat. He did lose,
wouldn't.
but
No, he wouldn't.
But
No,
he would.
Ken Griffey is
To go three back-to-back
I
to
thought
back.
Ken did.
No, he would
No.
have been the first ever.
No, people going
Three-peat.
back-to-back. Yeah, he'd be
Ken
the first
Griffey,
Are you
three-peat.
talking about
Ken Griffey
total
has
time?
the
Just
most
back-
beautiful swing in the history of baseball.
I'm not a baseball guy.
Ken
I
Griffey
can't
Jr.,
know.
dude, it is beautiful.
I did feel really bad though for Julio Rodriguez, man. I hope he gets a Subway commercial or something out of that.
Something,
'cause-
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel bad for the
for
guy.
those of you who don't know, if you didn't watch the home run derby, or if you did, he's on a rookie deal, entry level deal. The minimum in MLB is like $700,000, I think.
Yep.
And if you win the home run derby, you get $1 million.
Yeah.
And he lost in the final round after crushing it the entire time.
After hitting 64 home runs in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your boy, Sam's boy, the potential
Captain Michigan.
rookie of the year, Captain Hindsight. No, Aiden Hutchinson. So the Madden ratings came out for the Lions edge rushers and the Lions defensive
Ken
line
Griffey Jr. does have 3
in a row,
home run
back to back to
derby
back.
titles.
Not in a row.
No,
Back to
not
back.
in a row.
Yeah,
but
That's what we're
titles.
that's a
saying.
three-peat.
It's a three-peat, bud.
I was
Okay.
talking about. All right.
Yeah,
Shut up,
So you're wrong and you interrupted for no reason. But okay, so we got him right here. Aiden Hutchinson, highest ranked edge on the Lions already. He's checking in at 77. He got Charles Harris and Romeo Okwara at 76. Julian Okwara at 70 and Josh Pascal at 69. Nice. And so
69.
what do you think about
Nice.
these ratings? What do you think? You think anybody's disrespected? You think
No.
they're giving a little too much hype to Hutch or
Nah.
no?
No, I think that's,
You
I
like
think
it
it's-
all?
I think it's fair. I'm not tripping at all, man. I mean, he's
Romeo Okwara at 76, dude had 10 sacks 2 years ago.
2 years ago though, and he's
But he
coming
was
off an
injured
Achilles
last year.
injury. Like,
That's true.
Achilles, I feel like takes away your pop. I'm not
Yeah.
a professional athlete, but I've dealt with my fair share of Achilles injuries, and definitely took away from the little bit of pop that I had. So I'm assuming it's the same for him. Wait.
No, it's just, I don't know. It's just funny.
Oh, because we're talking about the high school guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But I agree.
100%. And like 77, like that's not bad. It is kind of. I do actually want to get Flannel Sam's take on this one because you're a Michigan man. I obviously saw yesterday Jamal Williams got 78.
Yep.
And he was drafted after Aiden Hutchinson.
Yes.
Um,
Coming off ACL.
Aiden Hutchinson 77 at Madden. I know it's Madden. It's a video game. But perception of him as a player this rookie year. You said he's gonna get what 9 sacks this
12
year?
and a half.
12 and we've always had the 12 and a half to be fair. But Sam,
No, he said 12 and a half.
Oh, you
That's
said
where it
12
came
and a half?
from. Yeah.
did you say the half?
I said 12.
Yeah,
but that's-
I put on the
that's
half to
neither
make
here
fun of
nor
him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Aiden Hutchinson being at a 77, I don't have a problem with it right now because even though I believe in him and I think he's going to be great, he still is unproven. What this means is that Aiden Hutchinson is just going to have to go out and have the rookie year that I think he's going to have and raise his rankings. I mean, I actually, believe it or not, when it comes to Madden rankings, I think you can argue that you should have Charles Harris and Romeo Okwara ahead of him
I agree.
because they have had Charles Harris was a pretty good pass rusher last year, the
Yeah.
best
He
that they
was.
had. Romeo Okwara has had 10 sacks in a season. I know he got hurt last year, but he's coming back. But towards the end of this year, I expect Aiden Hutchinson in next year's Madden to have a rating of 85 or higher.
85, yeah, because we see it. You know, I mentioned this on BD. You see it after every week. You got Ocho Cinco making his Instagram stories because he's like the official Madden ratings tweaker. And he's always like, oh, man, you balled out. Like, here's a +2. And then it's like, ding, ding. And so I think we're going to see a lot of that throughout the season, not only on Hutch, but I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to get a couple of those. I think DJ Chark's going to get a couple of those. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hutch end the year over 80. I don't know about 85. That's
85's up there for sure.
That's steep.
You got to think like TJ Hawkinson, top 10 at his position. He's only 89.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
Hutch hitting at 85, he'd have to have a stellar year. I'm actually curious. I'm probably going to look it up, actually, while we're live on air once I pass it over to one of you guys. But I wonder what our boy from Washington is. The Ohio State guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Chase Young, yeah. Because that's why I kind of always like compare him to when I'm like, a rookie edge rusher. I feel like he had a phenomenal first year. So 7.5 sacks. And that's why I say like 12 is a lot.
The top edge rushers in Madden this year: Myles Garrett, number 1, 99. T.J. Watt, number 2, 96. Nick Bosa, 94. Von Miller, 92. Khalil Mack, 92. Joey Bosa, 91. Cam Jordan, 91. DeMarcus Lawrence, 90. Chandler Jones, 90. And then Michigan man Rashawn Gary checking in at number 10 with the 89. So Chase Young's not in the top 10.
No, for sure.
Which, you didn't expect him to be after having a pretty bad sophomore career. And he got hurt halfway through the season. But it's
he got hurt pretty early on.
It's tough. So I do expect him to get better. Like I said, I do expect his rating to go up. Rashawn Gary at 89. That's
Is that higher than you put him?
Yeah. I think you got to put Max Crosby above Rashawn Gary. Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson above Rashawn Gary. Like, those guys balled. I know Rashawn Gary did well. He looked good, but I think those guys had more impact on their games and on their respective teams than Rashawn Gary did. But I'm not mad at it. He's a good player. He deserves to be around there.
Chase Young at 87.
Chase Young at 87.
Yeah.
So, wow.
He got hurt 9 weeks in.
9 weeks in, yeah.
9 weeks in?
Yeah, about a little more than halfway through the season.
Yeah. Well, you, Sam, I see you looking up on your computer, looking up some stats for somebody.
He's probably looking at the chat to see if he's getting roasted.
No, I'm just listening to you guys and kind of like taking it all in and responding. And the Rashawn Gary thing, that's interesting because I didn't believe in him coming out of college because I saw him at Michigan. He was a bit of a disappointment. But I can see why he's rated that high because he just has so many physical gifts. When we talk about Madden, it's about your attributes.
Yes.
But he's certainly not the player that Trey Hendrickson is yet or Max Crosby. But when you mention the other players who are ahead of the 85, I don't think it's that crazy to think that Aiden Hutchinson can get there. And he better get there at some point because he's the number 2 overall pick. And we expect big things out of him. Now that he's on the Lions, all we want is for him to be that, all-pro, Pro Bowler, and eventual Hall of Famer.
For sure.
I think he can get to that. We'll see.
So Mike G commented in the chat. He said, if Flannel Sam was a Madden character, he'd be a lockdown corner. Flannel Island, level 99.
Man, you
honestly,
do not want me playing corner.
Yeah.
Probably.
You're lanky. You can handle it.
Probably. I'm not mad at that.
You got the quick twitch speed. I can see Sam locking somebody down on the outside.
Well, just like verbally, he's locking him down.
Yeah,
for
sure.
You could go at Sam's takes, but he's got his proof. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put Sam on the number 1 receiver on the other team every 100%. Time because he's gonna lock him. He's gonna put him in a mental box. You want to hear why Terrell Owens was a terrible receiver? The other guy's like, what? Here's why T.O. is a bottom 5 receiver in NFL.
Hey, meanwhile, he's backpedaling into the end zone. Yeah, he's doing this.
His career drop rate was 20% lower than any other receiver in the top 10. No, but yeah, that's funny. So,
were you able to him beat a 77? Yeah, that's where he's.
That's what I expect. You can never rate a rookie too high. You can never a guy who hasn't played in the NFL yet too high. So, I'm not mad about it at all. But if you think you can play, you think you got skill like these professional athletes, you're going to have a chance to show us. Because this Friday at the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock Detroit and Rocket Mortgage, they are having a 3-point shootout. That's right, a 3-point shootout. This is your chance to prove you can beat a former professional athlete in a 3-point contest. So come on down to Monroe Street Midway in Detroit, in Campus Martius, and take on Braylon Edwards for your chance to win $1,000. $1,000.
That's crazy.
Braylon's got a broke jumper anyways. Get out there and make it happen. The bottom line will be broadcasting live with a 3-point contest. Will take place right after. So be sure to see you there at the Monroe Street Midway, right next to Campus Martius downtown. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Ribbit, everybody. And right now, you can get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt at Big Frog Novi. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. I don't even have a Woodward Sports t-shirt. All I got is the Draft Cocaine t-shirt. So I might have to go into Big Frog Novi, check it out, get myself a free t-shirt if that's what I gotta do. All you gotta do is just stop in, tell them we sent you, and they will print you out one on the spot. So go to Big Frog Novi today and get your free t-shirt, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth.
Sussy
we got Flannel
himself.
Sam in the Maz chair.
Flanny himself.
Cheese Nips in the audio booth.
Nippy himself.
And we've become quite notorious. I don't know who initially said it in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody's rocking with us every day, by the way. But
Yes, appreciate you guys.
we've been pegged as the list killers.
Okay.
Come on, dog. I could have just said it, and you could have made it not Young Sus, and you had Young Sus it up.
That's fair.
Sus it up.
Suss it up.
Anyway,
do too much.
You guys have dimed us. What's another adjective? What's another word I could use?
Appointed.
Who would what? You guys have appointed. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys have appointed us as.
You just like the word pegged, huh?
Hell yeah.
You watch the morning show too much.
Hey, you're the one double down on Samuel.
Hey, whoa. What? Oh, double dose of Spenny, yeah.
Anywho.
Everybody needs a double dose of Spenny, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we good. I love you, though. Chill, bro.
Love them.
Anyway.
Love them.
Reeling it in a little bit here. We've been called the list killers, the Woodward Heavyweights. We're the Jared Goff haters, and now we're the list killers. So we've decided, to strum up a list ourselves.
Yes, strum it like a guitar.
Yes.
Wow, I thought you were going to say something else.
I can't.
Dude, you're saying some stuff.
He said strum up a list. I said strum it like a guitar. What's bad about that?
That's all right. We all have our mind in the gutters, other than you. Clearly.
Is strum a dirty word?
We interact with women, so we strum other things, Spencer. That's why we think of other stuff. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
Nice.
Anyway, reeling it in.
I get it now.
We want to talk about Detroit Lions. We love talking football. We love talking Detroit Lions even more. So we've gone ahead. We've decided to make a power rankings ourselves so you guys can judge. Stop strumming over there, Spencer. Put the camera on next time he does something like that. We power rank the Detroit Lions roster. Top 20.
Yes, top 20.
From 20 to 1. We want to see pound for pound who we think's the best Detroit Lions players on this team. Spinny, I know what my list is. I want to start with yours.
Okay, we'll start with mine. You can throw mine up there. It's this is mine from 20 to 11. So I've got it once Young Sus throws it up there. And there it is. So starting it, I put 20 and 19. I put Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams because I personally feel like you can't power rank someone who hasn't played in the NFL yet. So I didn't really know where to fit them in, but I wanted to make them a part of this. I do think they will both be higher than that, obviously, but I put them there to start.
No fun.
18, I put Alex Anzalone because although he might not be the best player on the defense, he might not be, the most impactful, he's still going out there. He had,
You would rather have Alex Anzalone than Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams?
No.
So why would you rank them below?
Because what if they both bust? How do we know? I can't power rank somebody I've never seen play a snap in the NFL.
You can.
No, I can't.
Based off your perceived projection of them, what you think they're going to be. 100% you can.
No.
People do it all the time.
I'm not.
Then you're all right.
I'm not people.
This list is trash already.
He's not other people.
I got Alex Anzalone at 18 because I think he's a guy. He's going to go out there and give you tackles. He's a guy right now in the NFL. Yes, he is.
According to you, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
His NFL career is better than Jameson Williams and Hutchinson. Yes, it is. Is it not?
I don't know. Well, I mean, two of them were first-round picks.
Two of them hasn't played a snap either, so he has better stats.
Carry on.
So I got Alex Anzalone there, and then I got Deshaun Elliott at 17, because I do think if he can stay healthy, Deshaun Elliott can come in here. He can be a player. He can be a difference maker in this defense. Ali McNeil at 16, because again, I think he's going to make a jump next year. He is going to be a guy that'll come in there. He'll make pressure on the quarterback, up the middle, look good. And then I got Jamal Williams at 15, important piece. Second, number 2 running back to have there. So I like Jamal Williams too. I think he's a good player. Jared Goff at 14 because he's the quarterback, so you got to put him on there somewhere. And he's not the worst player on our team, so I put him at 14. I put Charles Harris at 13 because he proved last year that he was the best pass rusher on our team when we had him, when he was healthy. So I think he's a big part of that. And then I got Big V, Big P, Halapalua Vaitai. He's an important part of our offensive line. He is the anchor in there. He is, the veteran, the guy that's been there before. So I like him. I like him a lot. I think he'll be a big part of it. And I got the newcomer, number 11, DJ Chark, because I don't know how he's going to fit into this offense just yet with, like you said, Jared Goff's throwing inaccuracies, something like that. So I don't know exactly how he'll be used, but I like DJ Chark. He's a great player, so I put him at number 11, just outside the top 10.
Can you throw his list up there one more time? I just want to look at it and nitpick it real quick. No, I'm sorry, I don't want to nitpick it, but I just want to question. I just want to ask. Sorry.
You dumbass.
I was asking to put Spinnies up there, but I mean this works too. This is my bottom half of the power ranking list. I think we both had DJ Chark 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Number 20, I should say, starting the bottom of it was Quintez Cephas. You guys heard me on the show before. I think Quintez Cephas is a serviceable wide receiver. I think he'd be so on multiple teams, not just Detroit Lions. And that's kind of the way I took this list, is like, I have a perception as a fan of the Detroit Lions, and obviously I hope them to do good and do well, but I also want to look at it as like, would this guy get snaps on another team? You know what I'm saying? Like pluck him out of the Detroit Lions roster and put him on another one when we ever see him hit the field. And I think Quintez Cephas honestly would. I think he's a possession wide receiver. I think we'll see it this year if he stays healthy. I'm hoping he does stay healthy. I am not boring like Spencer, all right? I like to mix things up. I put Josh Pascal as my 19th best player on the Detroit Lions this year. I have high hopes for this gentleman. I think he's going to play between the 5 and 3 technique more so than the edge itself. But, back in Kentucky, he's proven himself not just as a football player on the field in the SEC, which is like a very top echelon of college football conference, but as a man, this dude's literally battled back from cancer to hit the field again and become a team captain throughout it all. So I think that's amazing. I hate you, Owen. I have high hopes and high expectations for Josh Pascal. I'm hype on him. The only reason why he's this low is because we haven't seen him on the field. However, I do see bright future for him. Coming up at 18. Michael Brockers, same. That's the kind of role I see Josh Pascal playing, but obviously Brockers done it longer. He has a more proven career in it, and he's played on good teams like the Rams. He's been productive on good teams like the Rams, and that's why I obviously had to put him at 18. But at 17, Charles Harris led the team in sacks last year. I'm hoping it's the same this year. Got a little dicey, man, and I wanted to see your listing because there was a name missing off mine that I was wondering if it's off yours as well. But I went Jerry Jacobs at 16, although undrafted free agent. He got a nickname last year, fellas. And when you get a nickname in the football league, you're doing good things. You know what I'm saying?
What if your nickname's Cheese Nips?
Or Butt Fumble.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they call him Butt Fumble. We may call him Butt Fumble, but in NFL, Butt Fumble.
The rest of the NFL probably calls him Butt Fumble.
I think, maybe some people do call him Butt Fumble. But nonetheless, if you're going to nickname the NFL, you're generally doing something pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Nickname like Snacks, nickname like I can't think of any other ones right now, but if you got a nickname like Megatron, there you go. If you got nicknames, you're doing good things in the NFL. Jerry Jacobs, in his rookie year, got the nickname Seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? Because he's strapped in and you're going for a ride. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna, let's pause. Moving on, number 15. I wanted to try to pronounce his name for you guys. It's Big V is what we call him because no one can say
Halapalua Vaitai.
You killed it.
Yeah.
But if you look at it on paper, it's very intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
I wish I would have typed it out, for this example of it. But it sounds like what I say in the chat. It sounds like the way you'd sound like someone coughing.
Yeah,
like a phlegm cough. Yeah, exactly. Lee McNeil, I think he's critical to this defense. I hope that's the case this year. Tracy Walker at 13, Aiden Hutchinson at 12. Was Aiden in your top? No, you had him at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson, I hadn't cracked my top 10. I don't think he would crack my top 10. And then DJ Chark at number 11. Sam, what do you think of those two lists?
So, Spencer, your list. My biggest problem is Aiden Hutchinson and Jamison Williams being that low. I really don't like Alex Anzalone being on that list either. You know how I feel about him. If this were a real linebacking core, he would be on the bench. He would be cut. I like that you just because I think he's one of the weaknesses. I get what you're saying, Easy, that when you surrounded him with talent, he did prove that he could get a team to a Super Bowl. But that Rams team was loaded. I think on this team, especially one with all the good offensive linemen, all the good weapons, like, you know, highly touted rookies, I would put Jared Goff about where Spencer had him at about 14.
Okay. And obviously, you didn't have Goff top 10.
Did not.
You feel the same?
Yeah, I agree. That's, you know, Chef Chris Smith said, "Hot Take Sam killed the stream with his terrible takes." But we're back. We're
Poor
live.
Sam.
We're sorry for those technical difficulties. You know, it's a hot one. It's hot out there. It's humid. Something's gonna happen. But this,
really hot.
you guys, is my top 10. We had should be one on background in there, but this is my top 10. I started it with Romeo Okwara at number 10. I think, you know, when healthy, he was the best guy on this team. He earned that big contract. He is a guy that can go out there and give you 10 sacks. He proved that. And then we got TJ Hawkinson at number 9. I think, you know, TJ Hawk's a great player. He has a lot to prove still about being consistent, staying healthy, important like that. I have Tracy Walker at number 8. I think Tracy Walker is a great player.
I was going to say go back. Like, when you do your 9, I'll give my 9. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Yeah, so number 10, I have Romeo Okwara for the reasons that I just stated already.
For sure. I was Romeo on my, I think I put Romeo at the bottom half of my list, or no, he wasn't on my list.
You could just put the cameras on us because we have our lists.
You're good. Yeah. We want to throw him up. Let's tell you throw him up, whatever. But I just don't know what to see out of him this year, or what I don't know what to. I don't know. I have what to think about him. I don't think he like solidified himself as a for sure like elite, powerful edge rusher in the NFL even beforehand. So you factor that in with the questions already, along with the injury. It's not a recipe for me to rank him top 20 in my opinion. But I'm not mad at it. I mean, cracking top 10.
Romeo
I do
Okwara
question
isn't
a
top
bit.
20.
I just don't. After the injury, no. I don't know what to expect.
Wow.
What to see out of him.
Right.
Flannel Sam.
But
where you at with
rookies
that one?
are.
Yeah. I would take Aiden Hutchinson over Romeo Okwara
You
right
know
now.
what to expect out of the rookies, but not out of a guy who's produced 10 sacks in a season?
Again, I don't know what to expect out of him this year. He has done that in the past, yes. But do I think he's going to do it again or come anything close to that this year? I question that.
I mean, you got to question rookies, too, though. You've
Definitely
never
got to
seen him
question
play in the
rookies.
NFL before.
But at this point, I'm more faithful in Aiden Hutchinson than I am Romeo Okwara.
It's fair.
Sam?
Romeo Okwara not in your top 20, I think that is a little bit crazy, especially since you had Michael Brockers there. I understand what you're saying because Romeo Okwara...
Sam hates Michael Brockers.
I really don't like Michael Brockers, but like Romeo Okwara did suffer a devastating injury in Achilles, which is pretty much the worst injury that you can have. But he is proven. He is a 10-sack guy in a season. On this team, I think you got to put Romeo Okwara in the top 20 for sure.
For sure. I agree with you, Sam.
My number 9, I had Amani Owarie.
Amani Owarie at number 9.
Top 10 for sure.
Top 10 for sure. For sure, he's in my top 10. He's higher than that. I like that. I mean, yeah, he definitely deserves to be a top 10. Top 10 is where you shuffle around. It's kind of preference at this point. We're top 10. I have TJ Hawkinson at top 10 or at number 9.
At 9?
At 9, I have TJ Hawkinson. Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I think he needs to prove that he can stay healthy and be consistent for a season. He hasn't done that since his rookie year.
Do you list up based off like I guess like skill set or like
yeah, like
and he's
power
9.
ranking players on this team. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I could put. I wouldn't. I might bump him up to 8. I could see that. But everybody else I got above him, I'd much rather have on my team than TJ Hawkinson.
Sam, just got to ask you, what's your? I don't.
Hawk at 9. When you first hear it, it does sound a little bit jarring, but then you look at, you might put 4 offensive linemen ahead of him. You might put Amon-Ra St. Brown ahead of him, and that's already 5 to start out with. I would probably put him a little bit higher than 9, but TJ Hawkinson, despite his hype, despite the fact that he has been very good, has had injury problems. He did have one Pro Bowl season, which I think was a little bit of a fugazi, like I think he was a alternate. He's a very good tight end, but when you really look into the nitty gritty, T.J. Hawkinson at 9, I'd probably put him a little bit higher, but I like your thought process, Spencer. I get what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I probably could have put him above this guy, but I think what Tracy Walker, who is my number 8, does for our defense is more important than what T.J. Hawkinson does for our offense, because I think our offense can survive with the weapons around it more than our defense can survive without Tracy Walker. So I got Tracy Walker at 8. I think he's a great guy to have in that center field position, in that position where he's going to be back there. He's going to be making tackles. He's a tackle machine. He is also good in coverage. So I have him at 8. Again, I could see myself switching either of those, Hawkinson and Walker, for 8 and 9.
Yeah. I had Hawkinson too. I think he's the second best player on this football team.
I disagree. Like
pound for pound. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm taking back for that. I have him too. Looking at the Madden ratings, the guy's 89.
Who's your 8 though? Because that's what we're on right now.
For sure. We were talking about T.J. Hawkinson, so I was talking about where I had T.J. Hawkinson. I had number 2, but at number 8, I had Jonah Jackson. Not much to say there. Pro Bowl guard. Can I be honest though about the Pro Bowl appearance by Jonah Jackson? Was anybody else like what? Like was it kind of like out of the blue there?
I don't know. I think he deserved it. I think he played well for the whole season.
Sam, was it well for you? Like, what were you?
I was a little bit surprised, but Jonah Jackson, he did have a good season. I think he's the 4th best offensive lineman on the team, but that's just because the rest of the offensive line is so good. I'm looking ahead about where you have him, Spencer. I will save it, but I think you have him a little bit too high.
I do.
I think you have him right about where he should be.
I agree. I have Jonah Jackson too high. I should have switched him and Taylor Decker. But number 7, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, again, a great piece for this offense. He does a lot. He goes, he does what he needs to do. We saw what he did last year. He went out there, he made plays, especially when he got that starting spot, was getting a lot of targets. He proved that he could be one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. Hopefully, in a couple of years, he can mold into that. He can be the best slot receiver in the NFL, so I'm excited for that. But, yeah, I got Amon-Ra at 7.
At 7, I do have a wide receiver. It's not Amon-Ra St. Brown, though. I have Jamison Williams. I think Jamison Williams, the talent that he is, I think he come in here and be a top 10 player for us right away. Obviously, he has the ACL injury we're waiting for him to heal up from. I think I'm expecting him back by week 4 or 5, and then maybe that's something that we have with Dr. Pierce on. Maybe ask him, is that a reasonable take there to have him back there by week 4 or 5? But his speed. Obviously, you have this solid Madden game. We talked about it yesterday. They ranked him the 2nd fastest receiver, I should say, in the NFL, and I think it's for good reason. Jamison Williams has that elite caliber speed, and we see in this game all the time, speed kills.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill, one of the best wide receivers in the game, and I think he has more than that too. It's more than just the speed. Like he has a phenomenal route running. He's a kick returner as well. So there he has the I don't want to say backfield vision, but just vision in general. You know what I'm saying? Read the field. Field vision. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. I get he's a rookie. I get we haven't seen him on the field, but we've seen time and time again. I don't want to say back-to-back years at this point. The top receiver taking the draft, and both Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. I don't know if Justin Jefferson was the top receiver taking the draft that year, but nonetheless, we see guys come in at the receiver position the rookie years and dominate right away. And I think Jamison Williams has that similar skill set. Maybe hot take though, top 10. Again, we haven't seen him on the field. Sam, where you at with that one?
I mean, I like the Amon-Ra at 7 a little bit better than Jamison right now, just because Amon-Ra is proven. I don't even think people understand, some people, how good he actually was last year, especially after Anthony Lynn got canned and lost his play calling duties. He was phenomenal. Jamison Williams, though, I kind of like where your head's at, because in a few years, I think the ceiling for Jamison Williams as a Lion, get ready, 1.
I feel that. I just need to see it first before, I agree. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be a great guy. Obviously, he has all the intangibles to do it, but I need to see it on the field first. This is where I'm going to start switching my list on the fly, because I did have Jonah Jackson too high. I will admit that. I'm going to move Jonah Jackson to the 6th spot. So at number 6, I got Jonah Jackson. Like you said, coming off a Pro Bowl year, so he is one of the best offensive guards in the NFC. I agree with that. I think he is a great addition to this offensive line. He is a rock you can have in the middle like that to put next to a Frank Ragnow, in between a Frank Ragnow and a Penei Sewell, or a Frank Ragnow and a Taylor Decker, wherever you put him. So I'll admit it, I got a little got a little, heart warmed for the big guys and put Jonah Jackson a little too high coming off his first Pro Bowl season. But I like Jonah Jackson a lot. I think he's another young guy, another guy that can learn from a Halapulu Vaitai, a guy that can teach him how to be a great player in this league, and he's already proved that he is one of the best players at his position in the NFL. So I am going to put Jonah Jackson at number 6. I had him at 3.
Damn.
Yeah. Had him at 3.
I still love you though.
Yeah, I was riding the Pro Bowl high a little bit.
And Sam, you said you'd have Amon-Ra St. Brown over Jamison Williams. Well, that's exactly what I have in this situation. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown ranked 6 as a pound-for-pound best player on this team. Detroit Lions Power Rankings is what we're doing. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you hit that like button. And comment down below if you guys agree as well. I know we just had the internet go out, so we need some interaction. We need to know who's still there, who's still breathing. But no, Amon-Ra St. Brown, man, I have such high hopes for this kid. I think what he did last year, I just made the point about rookies coming in and dominating. That's another example of that, by the way. But rookies coming in and dominating the league. But I think from him, I just respect it a little bit more because he came in as a 4th-round pick. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't start the season right away. He had to earn his stripes. And when he did get on the field, he proved he belonged there.
For sure.
Hands down, without question, belonged there. And then you also have to factor in these guys that sprinkling around him like Jamison Williams, DJ Chark, spreading the field more so he can make plays because we know he breaks tackles and takes them back for touchdowns. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, easily my number 6. And our top 5 get a little dicey, but I got to pay some bills, man.
Yeah.
We do got to pay some bills.
Yeah, we do got to pay some
Starting
bills.
with mybookie.com, guys. Make sure you guys check it out. If you're a Detroit Lions slappy and you believe that these Detroit Lions rookies belong in the top 20, you might want to go ahead over to mybookie.com and put the over on the Detroit Lions 6.5 games. Make sure you use the promo code Woodward when you do that because it'll match part of your first deposit. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, we're coming up on the Major League All-Star break here very soon. And hey, what a first half of the season we've had over at the Woodward Bet Show. You guys got to make sure you're checking us out at 4:30 over at the Woodward Bets YouTube page. You also got to make sure you check out oddstrader.com. Listen, it's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, the best place to check all the odds at the sports books right in the palm of your hand. Hey, let's get back to that winner. Look, our favorite pitchers on the mound today, Sally, Sandy, Sally, don't call me Alacantara, whoever else the next Cy Young winner. That's who we're going to roll with. We're going to roll with the Marlins today. Marlins, Woodward Bets, oddstrader.com. Check it out.
Oh. Academy Warren.
Academy.
They have small classroom sizes where one easy could have learned how to spell trader the correct way.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there. I didn't have the benefit of doing that. So make sure you guys do it for your kids. It's a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and a soccer field. You could also play 7-on-7 football. They have AM and PM latchkey, the small classroom sizes I mentioned earlier that I could have learned how to spell trader from. I wish my parents put me in the Academy of Warren, but they didn't. But, it's not too late for you guys. They have a futuristic media center, a free breakfast and lunch, which you guys know I'm always down for. The Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and K-8 athletics. Enroll today at the academyofwarren.net. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy, Easy Joe, my man, Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're going to blame that on Sus.
Yeah, Sus boy.
So if you guys see him in the street, just make sure you throw him the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Just pop him in his face. No, I'm sorry. That's so mean. I apologize. I did not mean that. Poor kid stressing out back there. That is a stressful job.
No, yeah, it is stressful.
Especially like your early days.
Yeah. Once he gets in the groove, it's easy. It's real easy. But
it's easy, baby.
It's easy. No, he's doing a good job. He fought through it. And right now we're gonna finish off our top 5.
Right now.
Finish off our top 5 of our Lions power rankings.
Top five.
And then we got someone special on the couch, someone new to the Woodward Sports family that we're gonna introduce y'all to. But let's knock out these top 5 real fast.
Yeah.
So we get the people finish off our power rankings. Number 5 in my power ranking order, I have Taylor Decker.
Okay.
I think Taylor Decker is an important part. And as we said, for those of you who just joined, I moved Jonah Jackson down. I moved Jonah Jackson down into the 6th spot. So actually, yeah, number 5, I got DeAndre Swift. Swift.
You're changing it all up.
And, you move Jonah Jackson down, you move everybody else up.
All right.
So I got DeAndre Swift at number 5. Again, a very important part of this offense. He's an explosive back. We saw what he can do when he is healthy, he can be the guy that takes, a slip screen 70 yards for a touchdown. He could be a guy that hits the hole and takes it for a large gain. So if he can stay healthy, DeAndre Swift is a great back and will make a Pro Bowl in this year. So I expect him to stay healthy. I expect him to be a great player. I got him as the number 5 rated player on the Lions.
Number 5 for me, Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell. That's one below Taylor Decker. Actually, I think I might have 2 lists. But I think Penei Sewell is a dog last year. We saw him bounce back and forth. There we go. Yeah, I got Penei. Okay, so number 5 actually had Taylor Decker. Okay, I knew I had 2 different lists.
Yeah.
Number 5, Taylor Decker. We saw the impact that he made once he came back to Detroit Lions. We actually finally won a game.
Yeah.
But moving on 4, though, Penei Sewell. It's crazy that I have him over Decker, and I get some people might not like that because it doesn't make sense because obviously Taylor Decker starting at the left tackle position over him last year. However, that is Penei Sewell's rookie year, and I assume that may be the same thing too this year. Like, why not? Like, Taylor still continue to play left tackle. That's what he's played his entire NFL career.
Yeah.
Which he's a veteran. He deserves that. And if Penei Sewell's locking it down at the right side, why not?
Yeah. I have in my number 4 spot, I have Taylor Decker. I think he is a great player. He is a guy that, like you said, left tackle, most important position on the offensive line. You need a guy that can lock that down. And we saw when he came back, when he was healthy, he is the guy that can do that. In my number 3 spot, I got Amani Omowarie. I think he is hands down the most important player on our defense.
Wow.
He showed us last year he can go out there, he can guard the other team's best receiver. He was doing that without a pass rush. He was getting all those interceptions, staying glued to the best receiver on the field without a pass rush last year. So this year, now that we're going to have a pass rush, now that we're going to have guys attacking the quarterback instead of reading, reacting, I expect him to be even better, to lock down receivers even more, because he's not going to have to stay attached for 4, 5, 6 seconds. He's going to be able to make his first instinctual read and go after the ball. So we saw, led the team in interceptions, should have been a Pro Bowler, got snubbed for sure. Big, tall, long defensive back.
Hell yeah.
I like Amani a lot.
Chris perked up.
I like Amani a lot. I got him in my number 3 spot, Amani Omowarie.
Feels kind of high for me, but I do like Amani Omowarie. I like him a lot. I think he made a lot of great points and make me excited for some goddamn football. But number 3 for me, I had DeAndre Swift. He was the most productive offensive player for our offense last year, which was pitiful, but he was the only one doing any type of work up until Anthony Lynn had to take the step down, and obviously Ben Johnson started incorporating his offense. But DeAndre Swift, he shows you can do it in the pass game. He can run the football. All points that you made. And plus, he has a dominant offensive line in front of him this year. I mean, I hope they stay healthy, knock on wood for that one. But
yes.
DeAndre Swift, I think, is going to surprise a lot of guys. As long as it's key for him, though, staying healthy.
Yeah. Number 2, I got the man, the myth, the legend, the dancing bear, Penei Sewell. This guy, he came into this league, and he shut Nick Bosa down. And then he switched positions. He went across the line to right guard, to a position where he hasn't played in years. He took a year off at Oregon. He started at left tackle, and now he's playing right tackle, and he's just as dominant. He provides that grit. He provides that anger. He is going to be the Hall of Famer on the Lions roster right now. He is going to be in next year, prove he is the best offensive lineman on the Lions right now. Penei Sewell is a 10 out of 10 draft pick for Brad Holmes. He's an absolute grand slam home run. Love the guy. He's my number 2 pound for pound player on the Lions right now.
I think you're crazy. I love Penei Sewell.
You had him at 4.
I put him in my graphic. I have him at 4, but like you had T.J. Hockenson at 9. You had Penei Sewell at 2.
Yes. I think Penei Sewell is more important than T.J. Hockenson.
Important, but we're talking about pound for pound. Like
I think Penei Sewell is better than T.J. Hockenson.
You think Penei Sewell is a better right tackle than T.J. Hockenson is at tight end?
Yeah.
What we did right now, did like top 10 right tackles in the NFL. He's in there.
I mean, I'd have to look at it, but yeah. I think next year he's going to make a Pro Bowl. He's going to prove he's one of the best offensive tackles in the NFL, right or left.
And this is coming from the guy who put the rookies at the bottom because they didn't improve stuff yet. But it's all right.
Because they haven't played a snap.
That's okay.
And I've seen what Penei Sewell can do.
All right. Number 2
at
pretty
both
high
positions.
But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I do like Penei Sewell.
You got J-Mo at 7.
Yeah, J-Mo's going to prove. Hey, you heard Flannel Sam. He said J-Mo's going to be 1 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that take. I wouldn't say it, but I'm not mad at it. Number 2 for me is easy for me, T.J. Hockenson. I don't even think it's like debatable. I think T.J. Hawkinson's easily the second best player on this football team. Number 1, we both. I think the only thing we agreed on outside number 11 was number 1. It's Frank Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow is number 1. He has proven he is a top 3 center in the NFL when healthy. So you got to put him at number one. I love Frank. Very excited for him to be healthy and be back for a full year.
Yes.
And to see how that helps the rest of our offensive line when you got your signal caller back and ready to go.
We will continue that debate on Twitter because we have a special guest in the building right now.
Yes, sir.
Brand new to the Woodward Sports family. I'd like to introduce my man. I think it's Pistons royalty. Pistons royalty. Zalik.
Oh, yeah. In the house.
What up, though, man? Welcome to Woodward Sports, man, by the way.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. And so we're gonna get right into it. We saw you get into some beef on Twitter. King's Twitter wasn't liking your comments about can you name a rapper from Sacramento. So we know, we are a part of Pistons Twitter ourselves. We roll with it. We love Pistons Twitter.
Well, they abuse me. I don't know.
Yeah. They don't like Easy much anymore. But what did you say to King's Twitter to get him so mad?
Actually, real quick, give a preface like who you are, because you're part of the family now too, so people can see you a lot around more.
Of course. So my name is Zarek. Some people might know me from Twitter. My @ is not Raspberry. Long story behind that, but anyways, I'm most known for my Twitter. I do like video edits and I talk shit about the Pistons.
Yeah.
But mostly what I do is talk basketball. And somehow, some way, I found like about 1,000+ people to care about what I say.
You're good at what you do, man.
So yeah, I go to Michigan State. I'm not a big state guy though. Like I'm not a huge state guy, but it's whatever.
That's different.
And I have a tendency to get into Twitter drama. I've learned because I'm not afraid to say what I'm thinking. Because at the end of the day, if some people don't like it, they can just close the app.
Big facts.
And just log off.
Yeah.
So Kings fans, not big fans of me. And to the 12 Kings fans that I upset, I'm not sorry, really. Because it's one thing to talk about a player. That's one thing. I don't really care about that. It's when you start talking about the city. When people start saying things about the city, that's where I start to take issue. And I've been trying really hard. Like really hard to be better at not getting into Twitter drama. But last night I was bored and I opened my phone. I saw like verified accounts talking about this Kings Pistons thing and all these Sacramento fans calling like Detroit the ghetto and everything. And I had to remind them, you're not that special.
Yeah.
You're Sacramento. You look up the top 3 places in California, you're not even there. I couldn't name a place in Sacramento. I can't name a thing Sacramento's known for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure this is going to get clipped, and some fan on Sacramento Kings Twitter is going to be like, oh, this guy's so obsessed with Kings Twitter. He's so obsessed with the Sacramento Kings. I promise you I'm not. Literally no one is.
Yeah.
My problem is when you start talking crazy. They got a Summer League MVP, and they started talking crazy. You would have thought their team won a championship. Mind you, they haven't won one since 1951.
Poverty franchise.
Poverty. And we want to talk about poverty. That's a poverty franchise. I don't even know whose idea it was to give them a team. Who looks on a map of California and goes, you know who really needs a team? Sacramento. Who does that?
My sister lives in Sacramento, and I know nothing about the city.
I'm saying. There's nothing special about Sacramento.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley has his thing with San Antonio. Joakim Noah.
Big old girls eating churros.
With the San Antonio heavyweights. And Joakim Noah's got his thing with Cleveland. I guess I got my thing with Sacramento. Because some people on Twitter I saw, they were like, there's no beef anymore. We're going to settle this. There's always going to be beef.
Oh, for
I
sure.
will hate on that franchise until the day I die.
Savage.
Kings fans, when I see Kings fans call the Pistons poverty franchise, nothing pisses me off more. It's we have more championships than like 80% of the NBA. And you're going to call us a poverty franchise? Like, get out of here. Pisses me off.
The Knicks fans,
the best
too.
player is Peja Stojakovic. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Stop it.
Bro, our fan base has been like frying people. The balls of these fans to even like try to like step up like to shit on the Detroit Pistons as a franchise is like wild to me. Like at first it was the Knicks is like, yo, the last time you guys won a championship was before the fucking Vietnam War.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, son, like, sit down.
Yeah.
And then for the Kings fans, bro, that's even worse. So you've never done anything.
Said the 50s, 51.
Yeah, 1951. My grandfather who died, 1942 he was born. 1951 he was 9 years old.
They won a championship in 51?
They won a championship in 1951.
See, I didn't even know that.
Were they even the Sacramento Kings back then?
I don't think they were.
They were probably like the Boston Royals or something, you know, some team that doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, that's terrible.
So how did it start, though?
How did the whole Kings Twitter thing start?
Yeah.
So my beef with Kings Twitter started a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to this account, Kings Muse. I don't know where all these Muse accounts are coming from. But he talks about the Pistons nonstop. And he responded to something I said because I just was like, what is this guy on? He responds, and I go back and forth. And eventually Marvin Bagley actually gets involved.
Hell yeah.
And from then on, it's been this undying beef because essentially I think it's because Keegan Murray went 4, Jaden Ivey went 5. And I think they really wanted Jaden Ivey.
Yes.
So their way of coping with this is by lashing out and acting like
Children.
Keegan Murray is so much better. I don't care about Keegan Murray, mind you. I think he's a fine player. He'll be good.
Yeah.
My thing is, stop talking about the city. Stop talking about the team. Get a playoff. Get a playoff. I'm not saying even a playoff win. Just make the playoffs first before you start talking.
Maybe improve one of your young players before you try
It's been
to talk
17 years since you've seen the playoffs. 17 years. That's almost a legal adult.
That's wild, actually.
maybe get your priorities in order. That's all I'm saying.
So that's almost the legal
That's
adult.
the one part I hate with like the Twitter beefs between like the fan bases is like some players like catch strays like unnecessarily. Like I like Keegan Murray. I'm saying, like you said, I think he's gonna be a fine player. I don't want to shit on Keegan Murray to like prove my point to Sacramento.
You
King.
love
like,
Keegan Murray.
I don't love Keegan Murray. I want him to come here to the Pistons. Yeah, I like Keegan Murray. I don't love Keegan Murray.
Love Keegan Murray.
But nonetheless, though, like that's the part I feel bad about is like these players catching necessary strays. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Bagley had to get involved at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like don't.
Hey, Marvin Bagley, best of both worlds. Marvin Bagley left Sacramento. He said, "Thank God." He's like, "I love Detroit.
though.
I'm never going back, bro."
Literally, there's a quote. I think Dwayne Case said it. He said Bagley came up to me and said, "This first time I've been happy to come to practice in a long time."
Yes,
in a long time.
Dude, poverty franchise Sacramento. It's like I said, I went to LA earlier this year to chill with my boy. We went to the Rams parade because it just so happened to be that weekend. My sister lives in Sacramento. She was like, "Yeah, we should meet up." I look it up. It's like a 5-hour drive from LA, and it's Sacramento. I was like, I'll see you at Thanksgiving. I'm not doing it. So, get out of here, Kings fans. You're terrible. I mean, I feel them, though. They have one thing. Like, Sacramento people have one thing they have to hold on to. So, if you only got one toy, you're going to fight for your life to protect that toy. You're going to not let anybody give you any slack about that toy, and that's what the Kings are to their fan. But, man, that toy is broken. It's missing 2 wheels. It's on fire, and it's got the face scratched off. So, I think Kings fans, you need to hold your team more accountable than to be coming at Pistons fans on Twitter.
No, 100%. And like I said, the only thing I hate is that like the Pistons fans, players that catch strays like because of it.
Yeah,
it's unnecessary. Let's just cool down. Look cool.
Jaden Ivey yams on Keegan Murray this year. Oh man,
bro. And another thing too with the Kings, real quick, is like, you guys literally gave up like Halliburton to make the playoffs. Like, that was the goal, and trading away like a guy who could be a future star piece of your franchise. It was to make the playoffs that year, just to say you made the playoffs. Not that you actually compete for a championship, but just to say you made the playoffs because, like Reek said, I'm sorry. It's been almost 18 years. 18 years in Kanye voice since you guys have even been in the playoffs, man.
Years.
Like, you don't know.
One of your kings got you. She got one of your kings got you for 18 years.
Got you for 18 years, man. They're doing the rebuild all wrong. You know who they need to call?
Who they need to call?
Alta Equipment.
That's fact.
Because at Alta Equipment, uptime matters. Our friends at Alta Equipment know that when it comes to getting your job done, completed, and on budget, and schedule, uptime matters. That's why Alta Equipment is partnered with the biggest names in construction with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. There's nothing a project can throw at you that Alta can't handle. Make sure you guys give them a call. It's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
What's going on, everybody? As you can see, we broadcast from the Planet Fitness Studios. So right now, for just $0 down and $10 a month, you can get your Planet Fitness membership, and you won't have to be a heavyweight. Now, no matter where you are, there is a Planet Fitness nearby. You're driving down Woodward, you'll see a couple of them on the way to the studio. So join in-club or online at planetfitness.com. And remember, until August 31st, high school students can work out for free because of the summertime pass. So go check out Planet Fitness near you, because Planet Fitness is where your fitness is essential.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex. We got special guests in the building. Zari from Michigan State. What do you you're from my neck of the woods? Actually, I see you post something about Macomb. Where'd you go?
Shout out Monarchs.
Yeah, shout out to Macomb Monarchs.
I was a Monarch.
Me too.
What was your question?
You're from like Macomb area?
Yep.
Where'd you go to high school at? You don't mind me asking.
Dakota.
Dakota
High School.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Dakota. I never played for the high school basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really start playing basketball again until I was like senior year, but like by then it's too late. But I played football freshman year, and then I quit. Long story, but yeah.
Are you good?
At which, football or basketball?
Basketball.
I say I'm a hooper.
There you go.
I'm definitely a bucket.
You have to pull up to the Monroe Streetway so you can, shoot a 3 on Braylon.
Yeah, I like my chances. I like my chances. Get an extra $1,000 in my bank account. I'm not gonna complain.
Yo, that contest is crazy, by the way. You get $1,000 and you can say like you beat Braylon Edwards or something. Like,
yeah.
What you about to say?
You said Monroe Streetway.
Monroe
Midway.
Oh, Monroe Midway.
Monroe Street.
I apologize.
Monroe. You did say Monroe.
I did not say Monroe.
You did say Monroe.
Tape.
I 100% didn't say Monroe.
Yes, you did.
I will beat your ass.
You did. You did say it, though.
I definitely did not say that. But moving on, we got special guests in the building. I wanted to have you on, man. Because like I know you're on Pistons Twitter. You're big in Pistons Twitter, but you're never really given like I haven't seen you on a platform like this, able to speak.
Right.
Do you ever do spaces?
So on Bully Ball, shout out Bully Ball.
Shout out.
And shout out my boy Jake.
Shout
Jake's
out.
Bad Tweets. I run Bully Ball with him. We would host spaces on Twitter after every game during the season up until like a certain point. Then like I was at the games because I have season tickets, so it became hard. But I did spaces on
Light
there.
Flex.
And then we did a podcast a couple times, and then we're starting to get into like small videos, like little short videos. Like we did one on free agency, which aged really badly because it was all about Miles Bridges.
Oh yeah.
RTVMB.
RTV.
Tragic.
Yes.
And that's about all I've talked about on camera so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what are your expectations for the Pistons going into next year?
So I'm a lot higher on this team because I feel like this is the most complete roster they have had since like 2019, that 2018-19 season.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll make the actual playoffs, but I do think they'll be a play-in team. I think they'll definitely be competitive for a play-in spot. You got like guys like Alec Burks, which sounds like I'm hyping up Alec Burks. I'm really not. But
dude's a bucket.
He's a bucket. He's a solid rotational piece. And if you look at even a team like that 2019 Pistons, you had Blake Griffin, you had Andre Drummond, you had Reggie Jackson, and outside of that, you had okay role players. You got guys like Reggie Bullock and then Wayne Ellington.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have true depth back then. The best depth they had was really Reggie Bullock, and then they swapped them out for Wayne Ellington, Svi Mykhailiuk. So with this team, you can have. I've seen so many variations of the starting lineup, and they're all pretty solid starting lineups.
Yeah.
That's a good sign for your depth as a team.
For sure.
To have a guy, so you could say Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Livers, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Nerlens Noel. You could legitimately see yourself starting any of those guys, swapping out at the 3, 4, or 5 position. having guys like Diallo off the bench, Killian Hayes, I feel like they can be pretty competitive. Similar to, like, I'd say the Hornets the past couple of years.
Okay.
Especially because the Hornets lost Miles Bridges for nothing.
Hopefully we're not getting pooped on in the playing games like the Hornets did.
Yeah, I hope we don't get bounced like they do. But
The over-under is 26.5. I didn't consider, like, the Hornets are kind of, like, not the Hornets anymore without.
I mean, they still got Melo. They still got P.J. Washington. They still got a good team, but
where you at with
that's
that?
a big hit.
26.5 wins. Taking the over or the under?
Over.
Yeah.
Over.
Oh, easily over. My expectation for this team is about 36.
I'd
say 36 wins.
Yeah, I was right there. I was like 33 to 35. I think we talked about it yesterday a little bit, and a couple of the big factors for me that we would go over that is, one, they're not tanking anymore. They're going to be trying to win games at the end of the season. They're going to be trying to win as much as possible. Two, Isaiah Stewart's not going to be our center. We're not going to start Trey Lyles at center. Like, we have legit 7-footers now. Even Nerlens Noel, like, again, like you said with Alec Burks, I'm not trying to hype up Nerlens Noel, but he is a legit NBA defender, legit NBA rebounder, a guy that can eat up space in the paint. So that, us not tanking anymore, and then Cade Cunningham, year 2, the improvements he's going to make, and him not being hurt for the beginning of the season. So he's going to play a full season. He's going to be there. He's going to be the guy we saw at the end of the season last year, going for 26, 7, and 7. So, I got us like 32 to 35 wins right there.
Yeah, for me, I'm nervous, man. I mean, we're a young team.
Yes, very young.
At first, like I was like, yeah, dude, easy over 26, like for sure, because like we see like the prospect of what the team could be, but like I feel like in the right now, because we have to wait for these guys to develop, we may have like taken just a little step back, but not in a bad way. I'm not saying we're gonna be like.
You think we're gonna be under 23?
Not under 23, but I'm saying the 26.5. Like I feel like that's like could be right where we are. Because let me ask you, Chris, because you're a big basketball guy. Can you unmute him real quick if you can? Cheese nips. In the right now, like dropping Jeremy Grant in exchange for Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren as rookies, are they better or worse? Like if these two teams played head to head, like who would win? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's tough because there's two sides of it. There's going to be a lot of internal improvement because it's a very young team. Like, so you can expect better versions of Sadiq, better versions of Cade, better versions of Killian, like all Isaiah Stewart. All of those players, you can expect internal improvement, but you are really you are moving on from your veteran presence, Jeremy Grant, who was a great scorer for you. And honestly, what it is more than anything with me is that when you have 6 to 7 guys in your rotation that are on rookie contracts, like I'm high on this team too. I definitely think I'm taking the over with ease. I think they're closer to 30, 32 wins, but anything past 32, 33, I see what I would consider a very successful season, because at the end of the day, I look at this team and I see that Jaden Ivey's going to have that great game, right, where he looks absolutely fantastic, looks like a star. Then he's going to have that game where he goes, look at Sadiq last year. He had games where he was 9 for 14 in the first quarter, and then he had another game where he was 2 for 17. And that's the type of stuff that you expect with young players. We're going to see flashes from Jaden. We're going to see flashes from Duren. We're going to see flashes even still from Sadiq, Cade, and Killian. Like, they're all going to be players that are better versions ultimately, but they're going to have their nights where they don't have it. And we have some good veterans like Burks and Noel, and I like those pickups. But ultimately, I think playing is a little too strong this year.
For sure.
But I do definitely think the over is an easy hit for me.
Well, check it out, guys. I do want to have a back and forth on this, and I actually want to ask you guys an even spicier question coming back from this. I want to test your guys' loyalty and your brilliance and see where you're at, because I want to ask you to trade Cade Cunningham for a certain player. But before,
and I'm saying yes,
I'm going to advise you guys to grab a drink for this next segment, because it is going to be a little bit stressful. Your fandom is going to be tested. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to, be honest about it. Grab yourself a Gypsy Vodka, please, before this next segment, especially. You guys can find a Total Wine near you at a golf course. Or you might even have one in your backyard. We chilled with the boys this past weekend. I know me and Spinny do. We were knocking them down last weekend for sure. They stranded us out there on the golf course, but we were fine. You know what I'm saying? We drank a couple
chairs,
mulligans.
No nothing.
Yeah.
We forgot we didn't have chairs.
Yeah, it was nutting with the mulligans, but the mulligans had us straight, man. We had a good time. If you guys remember, we made a couple of good pieces of content because we've gone off the mullies, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys check that out. Again, a Total Wine near you or at any golf course you're at. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. Make sure you get that mully, though.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes. All at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar. All on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
Dan.
Guys, it's a fancy Planet Fitness studio here. All right? But don't let these cameras trick you. I am a white man. But it's all thanks to Chili Pepper Sand. I'm able to look this beautiful Brazilian bronze gold, baby. Join the Pepper Club today, guys. Because Chili Pepper Sand would beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5.
$5.
Check them out, man. Chili Pepper Sand. They got the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and darkest tans. It's 26 locations more on the way.
Butt crack full of sand.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. As promised.
What up, though?
As promised. Things about to get hot in here.
Hot and spicy.
About to test your loyalty almost.
I got like my Thai food.
Yeah, oh man, I'm probably get some Thai food
I haven't
today.
had Thai food in a minute, bro.
You got me geeked up with some Thai food. I ain't gonna lie, but I know you're on Pistons Twitter. I see you on Pistons Twitter. I call you the Prince of Pistons Twitter. Honestly, everything you post seems to pop off.
Appreciate it.
Okay,
appreciate it.
But something else is posted on Pistons Twitter. Somebody asked, would you trade Cade Cunningham for Luka Doncic straight up?
Yes.
So I'm gonna start with you, man.
So I'm gonna answer the question the same way Cade Cunningham would answer the question. I'm gonna answer
deepen
the
your
question.
voice a little bit, then. You know, so you need Cade
I'm
voice.
gonna answer the question the same way Ashton Cunningham would answer the question. I'm going to answer the question the same way Cannon Cunningham would answer the question. I'm gonna answer the question probably the same way Cade Cunningham's dad would answer the question, and that is yes. Yes, I would trade Cade Cunningham for Luka Doncic, and that's not a slight on Cade Cunningham whatsoever. I am probably one of the biggest Cade Cunningham fans you will find. I would trade him for Luka Doncic right now in a heartbeat, straight up.
Yes.
Not even a question.
Yeah.
Not because Cade Cunningham is going to be worse, not because Cade Cunningham is worse, but it's because right now Luka Doncic is one of the best players in the NBA.
Facts.
One of the best young stars in the NBA.
Yeah.
Some people see him as the next face of the NBA. You have to be on drugs. You have to be on drugs. And on some really good drugs, too.
Facts.
To not do this trade. And I love Cade Cunningham. It's the same thing as the Zion conversation a couple of months ago where they were like, would you trade Sadiq Bey and Killian Hayes and like a first-round pick for Zion Williamson?
Yeah.
Yes. And I love both those players. But yes, not even a question.
Zion Williamson is 26 points per game, even with one leg. It's like, I'm with him. 100%. Yes. I'm trading Cade Cunningham for Luka Doncic. I love Cade. Love Cade Cunningham. He's going to be a great player. Luka Doncic is already a great player. He is already a top 5 player in the NBA. He is already in the MVP contention. You saw his first year, he went for 21, 6, and 8. His second year, he went for 28, 9, and 9.5. If you're telling me Cade Cunningham is going to go out there, score 28.8 points, get 8.8 assists, and 9.4 rebounds, I'm saying, all right, I'll take it. He's not going to, though. Luka Doncic is a generational talent, and that's what he's done for the rest of his career. Damn near averaging a triple-double these past 3 seasons. The man is a problem. We've seen what he does on big stages. We've seen how many crazy game winners he has. The pull-up one-legged fadeaway from 35 feet. Like, this guy is special. This guy is a game changer. He is something else. He is averaging, in his career, 34% from 3 on 8 attempts a game. Like this,
That's
come on,
wild,
you know,
actually.
this guy's a monster. He's Luka Magic for a reason. He is gonna be the best player in the NBA when Kevin Durant and LeBron James retire. It'll be Luka Doncic the next year.
It's tough for me, man, because I did sway myself towards Cade in the beginning, based off contracts. Simply based off contract, and this is actually next topic we'll bring up too with Czar as well. But Cade's pro comparison a lot of times has been Luka.
Yeah.
But Chris, you're a big basketball guy. I want to hear your take first.
Yeah. So for me, it's about when it comes to Cade versus Luka, it's easily Luka. Like, Luka is 2 years older, and he's shown us everything that we would want Cade to be. Like, they're similar and they're different. Like, you assume Luka's not as good of a defender as Cade, but Cade's nowhere near the shot maker and takeover level that Luka reaches. Luka can carry a team by himself to a Western Conference Finals, or almost by himself. No disrespect to Jalen Brunson, but if Jalen Brunson is your second best player and you're reaching the conference finals, that shows how great you are. So for me, it's easily Luka. And come on, let's not overthink this. Y'all seen Luka's mom. Like, you did that trade 10 times out of 10.
That's fact.
Bring Luka's mom to Detroit. You know she's got some friends, and I'm taking Luka's fruit snacks too.
Is Cade's?
You never seen those memes about, like,
no,
taking
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Pause.
Everything's just funnier when you say it, bro. That's why you're Sustifer, bro.
That is why you're Sustifer.
Is Cade's ceiling not like Luka though? You know what I'm saying, like,
So,
go
yeah,
ahead.
So this is, we were talking earlier about what my most controversial take is, and we're about to get to that.
Man.
Because no matter what I think Cade's ceiling is, Luka's already
there.
pretty much there. Mm-hmm. I think Cade's ceiling is so high. Like, I think people say Luka's generational. I think Cade can be a generational talent for sure.
Yeah.
The only reason I say yes is because Luka's already there. However, Cade's player comparison to me, and it's the one I've been thinking because I watch a lot of LeBron and I watch a lot of Pistons. I feel like Cade's player comparison is not like Miami or Cleveland Bron, but I feel like it's Lakers LeBron. He's not as athletic. He's not going to beat a lot of people off the dribble.
Yeah.
But he's smarter than most players. He's methodical. He's got a good shot because LeBron at this stage in his career has a good shot. The FU3, you know.
That stupid ass dribble move he hits every time.
Yeah, I'd say Cade has a better dribble bag, but I'd say that's the closest comparison because he's a leader on the court and off the court. I feel like their IQ is unmatched, and I feel like that's his ceiling to me is Lakers LeBron, which won the Lakers a championship, mind you. So that's what I see Cade as.
And he's not going to be smoking hookah and drinking beer, you know, in the off season.
Cade's been cut.
We've seen he's going to be in that gym because vegan Cade, Gaines Cunningham now, like that man's ready for business. But yeah, Luka is he's the finished product already.
Yeah, Luka's been cutting up. You know, you see him at the I don't know what Euro League, whatever World Championships they just had, the FIBA. Yep. Is that what it was?
Yeah. He's
looking different.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Definitely looking a bit different. But I'm not mad at that comparison at all. I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, you look at Cade Cunningham, the way I describe him would be like a 3-level facilitator, a 3-level scoring facilitator.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham offers that same thing.
Yep.
We want to see him shoot more consistently from 3, which I think will come in time.
Next year.
Yeah, last year he was asked to be the guy on a bad team, so I think that's, that had to do with a bit of that. I think was he top 10 like double team players in the NBA overall?
Yes.
Yeah,
as a rookie.
As a rookie, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely expect those numbers to go up, especially you have guys like Sadiq, coming to his own, and hopefully now as well as Jaden Ivey. But call me crazy, I think I might keep Cade just purely off the contract. I do think I get you guys.
Cade eventually.
Eventually, yes.
Like 2 years.
But I don't right now, and that's why I can make that move for KD. I'm just saying.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
Let's go back into it.
We're not doing it. Shut up, Cheese Nips. We're not doing it again.
Run it back.
Zara, where you got the KD stuff?
So,
KD to D.
As in, like, KD to
Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but would I like to see it happen?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
100%.
I mean,
are they a championship contender with just Cade and Kevin Durant?
Well,
okay, it depends on who's in the trade.
Yeah, if you have to trade Sadiq Bey, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, and like 3-4 first-round picks.
Would it be this year? We wouldn't contend this year, but the following year,
I'd say you could build a contender, but you won't be right now.
But like we were looking at the players that you can bring in. It's like Kristaps Porzingis, Harrison Barnes. I was like, no.
Those are pieces, though. What do you mean? If Giannis just won,
is a bum.
If Giannis just won with Chris Middleton is his number 2, his Robin,
and Drew Holiday 2A,
Cade Cunningham and Kevin Durant, no question, bro.
Yeah,
there's no question.
Much better surrounding cast.
Yes.
That's okay. We would have that again.
Drew
it
Holiday,
wouldn't be this
Bobby
year
Portis,
because obviously we sacrificing assets to get KD. But the following
Wesley
year, after we
Matthews,
address things in free agency,
Brooke Lopez.
100% we could talk over each other. Like it would just, no, I'm saying. But the following year, after a free agency,
Thank you.
100% they'd be contending. Like you guys are saying, Kate Cunningham is like upper echelon, top
Yeah,
5
but who
possibly,
knows
top 10
Kevin Durant's going to
possibilities.
be here the year after that.
But he will. He's in
He'll
contract.
just say, I want to go to another team. And then you got to trade him.
That's cool. KD to D, I'm for it.
If it happens, man.
What would you be willing to give up for
It's not
KD?
going to happen, though.
I can't give up Ivy and Duran, realistically. Legally, you can't right now, anyways.
Yeah.
But would I give up one of them? Yeah.
Mm.
I would give up Sadiq. I'd give up one of them, Killian, easily. First round, however many first round picks.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it a deal. But it's not going to happen.
No.
But if it did, that would be the trade package.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah. I mean, outside of Cade, like the untouchable that I would have is probably be Sadiq.
There's no way you're getting Kevin Durant without giving up Sadiq Bey.
I mean, I can't. Everything's hypothetical, so it
Yeah,
would be
but
stupid
he would
argue,
have to
but
be a part of that package.
Maybe not. I mean, they're not getting what they're asking for. You saw the reports.
Yeah, because you see you saw what DeJounte Murray went for. Imagine what they're asking for Kevin Durant.
What
I mean,
did
Rudy
DeJounte
Gobert
Murray
got
do?
like half a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Danny Ainge though. Danny
That's
Ainge
true.
known to finesse.
That's true.
He's like the all-time finesser, hands down.
Vanessa. my luck.
Nah, I had to get a take on that one because it was a big debate here.
We went for like an hour on it.
Yeah. Mikey
and
quit because of
multiple
it,
days.
actually. I
Yeah,
called him a
Mikey
bitch
quit.
after the show.
Yeah, Mikey quit because he called him a bitch like 12 times.
Yeah, that's not why he quit, but he's a new beat writer for the Red Wings.
Okay.
Yeah, he moved on to bigger and better teams. But speaking on bigger and better teams, Spinny, why don't you tell us about the SMA?
Yeah, if you got to listen to Easy talk about Kevin Durant to the D, you might need a little help in your mental. So the sports marketing agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions that are plaguing our country. So go to thesportsma.com if you're struggling or know someone who is. These are the Woodward heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play. We can stay there open until close, have a good time. They also have private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can bring in any type of food you want. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine. Pop in $2, pops you out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down to Hamtramck and check them out in person or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. We cruising day. One man spin more racks. I'm Easy.
What up, though?
We got young Sus in the TD booth.
Sus for himself.
We got Zara and Maz Cam.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we got Young Cheese Nips. We got some wild nicknames on this show.
Yeah.
We got Young Cheese Nips in the audio booth. And we were talking about some crazy trade scenarios.
Yeah.
The show's been off the rails a little bit here today.
Yeah.
We had the internet go out.
Yo.
Bouncing back from that. We were told we're just going straight from just recording it and posting it later.
Yo.
Back to live.
Yo.
But we here, baby.
Yo.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Anyway,
You're scaring the old man getting their haircuts, bro. About them Dom flashbacks.
All right.
Yeah, for real. Let's go.
That'd be wild.
Oh, man.
We're talking crazy Pistons trade scenarios. We got Zara in the building, the Prince of Detroit Pistons Twitter, man. I want to give you another crazy trade scenario to talk on.
Let's go.
Tyrese Halliburton for Jaden Ivey.
Fuck no, baby.
I saw that on Twitter. Where you at with that?
So it's kind of similar to the Luka Cade thing, right? Because one's already proven, one's not.
Mm-hmm.
But in this scenario, I'm saying absolutely not.
Yes.
Not even a chance. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I wanted him if we didn't draft Killian Hayes, as poorly as that's aged. But I'm a big fan of Tyrese Halliburton, but what he is basically what he's going to be for the rest of his career. And that's not bad. That's a really, really good role player. That's like I'd say like your Reggie Jackson tier. You know what I mean? He's a really good player, but he's never going to be an all-star, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Jaden Ivey to me is the player that will be that type of star player, because I can't see Ivy as a role player. I can't. It's for me. It's either Ivy's going to be great or he's not going to be good at all. He's going to be like a Donovan Mitchell, or he's going to be a Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah.
There's no in between with me for Jaden Ivey. My player comparison for Ivy has been, it originally was John Morant, but I see the comparisons for sure. But to me, he reminds me a lot of young D Wade. Because he's got that speed. Yeah, he's got that speed. He's got that speed, and he's got that dog in him. Hashtag he's got that dog in him. But
I love those memes.
He's one of the fastest players I've seen in a long time. John Morant's really fast. Derrick Rose was really fast. I think Jaden Ivey's in that tier. I think he'll do great things, and that's why I wouldn't trade him.
It's funny that you compared Cade Cunningham to LeBron and Jaden Ivey to D Wade in the same topic, because Easy, as you know, when we were in Studio B and the hate train on Jaden Ivey was flowing out of Easy.
It wasn't a hate train, though.
He said the only way, or the only time you have a 3-level scoring facilitator win a championship with a slashing guard is when it was LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. So, it comes full circle. Here we are. We got the net. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I wouldn't do it either. I agree. I think Jaden Ivey's upside is much higher, obviously. I agree with you that Tyrese Halliburton is what he is. He's going to be what he is. And he cannot play with another great guard. He's proven that he cannot play next to another great guard.
Con De'Aaron Fox great?
I mean, yeah, he's not great. He's a good guard. He can't play in a backcourt with another dominant guard. De'Aaron Fox is a dominant guard to have in a backcourt, and he can't share that with him. So I don't like it. I like Jaden Ivey and his upside better. I think he fits better with Cade as the kind of the lightning to Cade's thunder, or the thunder to Cade's lightning, however that works. I don't really know, but because you think thunder, boom.
You're good.
Jaden Ivey's the boom, but also thunder's fast, and Jaden Ivey's fast. He's the thunder and the lightning. But I'd much rather have Jaden Ivey. I think on top of him being a better player, I think in the future, his ties to the city play a big role in that. With me, we know his mom won championships with the Shock. His dad was a great player in high school at Country Day, I think, or somewhere in Detroit.
Yeah, Country
Day, in Detroit. His grandpa played for the Lions for 7 years, so we saw how emotional he was when he got drafted by the Pistons. So I'm keeping him here. On top of, I think he has a higher ceiling than Tyrese Halliburton, but the ties to the city.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that you mentioned the Halliburton De'Aaron Fox situation was more so on De'Aaron Fox. I mean, he's like the veteran player in that situation. He's the one that we haven't really seen develop much beyond what we hope he'd be. I mean, I still like De'Aaron Fox. I'm still hopeful for him. D-Wade comparison on Ivy, that's a little hot for me. But, I mean, I like Ivy. Looking at Halliburton, I think Ivy can easily average those numbers outside probably the 3-point percentage. I'm saying I'm hopeful that be the situation. He looked promising in summer league.
What's Halliburton's 3-point percentage?
Halliburton's 3-point percentage. Give me
here, I can look it up. Keep talking.
It's okay. Hold on. 41%. 41% on 5 attempts he's averaging.
Damn.
Which is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I would love to have that next to Cade. Halliburton, 6'5" guy. I haven't watched because we spoke in a whole segment earlier pretty much who the fuck, who gives a shit about Sacramento? I haven't watched a lot of Tyrese Halliburton, to be honest with you. So I don't know what to expect out of him on the defensive end. But I think the athleticism that Ivy has can offer. I'm not going to say Dwayne Wade-esque, because Dwayne Wade's easily, I think, probably the best, if not second best, defensive shooting guard all time. But I think Ivy's athleticism will allow him to play some defense. I think that's defense in the NBA is more so like an effort. I don't even want to say that because I don't want to disrespect guys that are great defenders like Ben Wallace or Herb Jones.
Herb Jones.
But
you love Herb Jones, bro. That's your boy.
I
Easy
think
voted for Herb Jones over Cade Cunningham.
Chill out, bro. I'll hop out this chair right now. I'm playing. I'm gonna go Ivy, man.
Yeah.
Even though I'm known as the Ivy hater, which I'm not. I just didn't like the pairing of him and Cade.
What are you feeling on Ivy right now? Now that you've seen him play as a Piston, he's been drafted. Has your opinion changed? Because I know, as a Piston swear person, they were on your ass.
They were on his head, bro, for a while.
On my head top, Look, man. Here's the thing about Jaden Ivey. It's hard not to be excited about him. You put on the tape with Jaden Ivey, and like, there's no way you don't see. It's inevitable, dude. He gets to the rack with like 2 steps. He's lightning fast. He's extremely explosive.
Yeah.
I think the things that were concerns about him, we did still see the summer league. That and the turnovers. He shot a lot better from 3-point than I expected. Still, the misses were like ugly, but as long as they go in, they go in. That's all that matters for me. That's what I'm concerned about, though. Is I just want to see him make the 3-point shot more consistently. If I have a player on this team that I'm gonna pick as my facilitator, the guy with the ball in their hands, more than likely I want it to be Cade Cunningham, like hands down. I think he's. I mean, we saw the turnover again. He could evolve past that or get better at that, but
for sure.
It wasn't like a championship recipe for me, but he's here now. And in a similar situation, actually not a similar situation, because I don't want to like talk down on Ivy in that way, but we thought Killian was going to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? We were hopeful at least he would be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a starting point guard for us and stuff like that, but he's not. Ultimately, that's the truth. But he's still a valuable piece of this team. You know what I'm saying? He still has a spot on this roster, and he still contributes to like winning a championship. He has that effort on defense, and he's a good facilitator as well. Jaden Ivey, just because we drafted him this high, and it was the year after Cade Cunningham, that doesn't mean he's going to be our 2 ultimately. Say we go on to win a championship.
I think it's a little different to be comparing Jaden Ivey to Killian Hayes. Jaden Ivey was hands down the best guard in this draft. Everybody thought of him as the best guard in this draft.
Without question.
Going to be the first guard off the board. You can't say the same about Killian Hayes. So I think what we saw from Jaden Ivey in the Summer League, when he hit that step back 3, man,
he had a couple of them.
I felt some type of way about that. I was like,
one that he even had the kick out on that it didn't count.
But the one when he hit the 11 points in 5 minutes, he had the James Harden legit step back 3. He had that pass to Braxton Key in transition between a dude's arms. Like, I saw a lot that I liked. And again, with the turnovers and the sloppiness and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot different when you're out there with Sadiq Bey and Cade Cunningham compared to Saban Lee and Braxton 100%. Key. So I'm excited. I want to see him get some serious run this year. Obviously, he's going to, but I'm excited for him, man. I think him and Jalen Duren, I said it before, like they add a completely different element to our team athletically. With like last year, our team was based off of around Sadiq Bey and Cade Cunningham, who aren't the most athletic guys. They're not known for their athleticism. You add these 2 freak athletes, they're going to be dangerous in transition with those 2, with Livers, with whoever's out there. If it's Killian Hayes, if it's Cade Cunningham running that break, you got those 2. You could have Hammy out there with him. That puts a lot of pressure on the rim in transition. So I'm excited for that.
Ultimately, for me, with that whole situation, I'm just gonna have to see it, man. To be honest with you, I think the points I missed on or that I overlooked was that like he does have like a culture here in Detroit, or like a legacy, I should say, to establish between like his grandparents, his mom, his dad. Like seeing him drop the tears when he got drafted, like that. And
the list he keeps as his background, that's like all of his benchmarks that he wants
for sure.
Like, that means something, man.
Right.
The guy's hungry.
And like the fact too, like this kid loves ball. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like his mom was a coach. That's all he's known. Like you see the media members talk about members seeing him around, stuff like that, but it's from him being in the court. You know what I'm saying? Like he just has the passion to that, I feel like. And we had the leadership in Cade Cunningham and hopefully doing Casey as well. But like they want to win championships. You know what I'm saying? They're not here to like be flashy and highlights and Gatorade commercials. Like Cade wants to win a championship. And I love the national media put the chip on his shoulder they did by disrespecting him time and time again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like put the X-ray machine on him. Jaden's got that dog in him to where like they're gonna make it work because they want to. I hope so, at least. But I have to see it.
And like you said, we saw him at the draft shedding tears. Yeah. We saw him looking clean, looking crispy at the draft. If you want to look clean, if you want to look crispy, there is only one place for you to go to get your hair cut, and that is Lady Jane's. Because as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham. It's definitely awesome. When I get off the show, sit down. I want to trim up my dead ends. I want to take an inch off. I can sit down in a chair. I know my girl Megan or my girl Alyssa will take care of me. And I highly recommend that you get to a Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men's near you and let them treat you like a king as well. They're open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. So like I said, get into a Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. We'll be right back. You mute my mic again. I'm coming over there and breaking it.
Hey, it's Sean Jordan from the Sports Marketing Agency, and SMA wouldn't be who we are without our amazing partners.
Thank you so much, Sean. At Detroit Wayne, we want to serve as a resource for you and your families. We offer mental health services, substance use disorder services throughout our communities, and we want to be that source and resource within the community.
If you or a loved one are suffering from a mental health or substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-241-4949.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Trader.
I was waiting for you. This boy's too worried about catching cheese nips.
Sorry.
OddsTrade.com is the #1 site for your game day bets, play-by-play updates and live scores, and the best price in every game from multiple sports books. Guys, I tell you this every single day. If you're betting, you're gambling your money, you gotta be smart with your money. Use OddsTrade.com to find you the best price on those odds. OddsTrade.com is that easy. Make sure you guys check it out.
We the best.
We the best.
God, dude. That's his new thing.
Thank you. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my man Spin More Rex.
What up,
Off the Rails show as always.
Oh, we've been pretty tight today, I'd say.
Nice and tight, strumming the tings.
Yeah.
The internet threw me off though. I don't know.
Some young sus knows nothing about.
Some young sus. He knows. He thinks he knows. I want to carry on the conversation though, because we got a special guest in the building, Zarik from Pistons Twitter, in the building, the place to be. And obviously, I got attacked and destroyed by Pistons Twitter. It was on my head top
for a while.
The Jaden Ivey stuff. And again, it's based this off of looking at championship teams in the past. It's the situations and things that worked. And just for me, Jaden Ivey didn't fit that script for me. As much as I never denied his natural ability and then athleticism and how explosive and stuff that he was, I never denied that stuff. I just don't think it was a fit in terms of winning a championship. But, Czar, convince me, man. Sell me on this.
I'm not someone who just became high on Jaden Ivey because the Pistons got the 5th overall pick. Back in February, I want to say, I was going through footage of all the players. Obviously, Paolo, Chet, Jabari were the ones I went through first. And then I was like, okay, let's see what Ivey's talking about. Because I saw a lot of the John Morant comparisons, and even back then, his Twitter layout was identical to John Morant's. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah,
but, the same style profile picture, same style banner, which was kind of crazy. But I was like, okay, let's see if he's actually good. Because initially I was like, I don't know. If they're saying he's gonna be the next John Morant, that's kind of a weird comparison because John Morant's already so young, anyways.
Yeah.
And I went through his footage, and I was won over really easily, just by looking through his highlights, how he moves, and then his interviews, how because that's something I always look at as well as how they approach the game.
Yeah.
To me, he stood out the most. I had him #1 on my big board.
Hell yeah.
Since February. I
For
had
real?
Jaden Ivey. Yep. Jaden Ivey
Over
#1.
Over.
Yep. I got
Wow.
receipts out there too.
Over Paulo and all of them?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It was I believe it was Jaden Ivey #1, Paulo #2, and then I think I had Chet, Jabari. Because to me, Jaden Ivey is such an explosive athlete, and he does it with some level of finesse that you never really see him go down in a freak injury. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He never really goes down when he lands off of a dunk or something and lands hard on his leg or whatever. It's something I notice, and even the way he attacks the rim, it's something you don't see a lot. Like someone like Saban Lee, I remember I was watching his highlights. No disrespect to Saban Lee whatsoever. Shout out to him. Watching his highlights, you can say, oh yeah, he's a good athlete, but nothing really jumps out at you.
Yeah.
When you watch Jaden Ivey, it's like, it's electric. You can feel it.
That's a perfect word to use, electric.
Yeah. He jumps off the screen. His passes, he's got good court vision. He's got to develop it more for sure, but he's got good court vision. He's got a shot developing. You can see the jump in percentages from freshman year to sophomore year.
Yeah.
Even his form has improved, and I don't have like much big red flags with Jaden Ivey to me. I feel like he was a surefire guy for me. I think he has the highest upside of the top 5.
In terms of fit, like a championship though.
In terms of fit,
yeah,
I think he's a perfect fit with Cade, because I don't know if when you were watching the Pistons this past year, you were frustrated with how slow they played, especially when you had someone like Trey Lyles on the court or Corey Joseph on the court. Cade Cunningham is not a fast player. That's no disrespect to Cade. He's just not fast. He'll tell you that. He's not fast. So having Jaden Ivey push the pace is such a perfect balance to me, that they play off of each other so well. And kind of a similar way that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown play off of each other, I could see a similar type of connection or chemistry or whatever going on there. Because when you have that slow-paced, methodical leader, and then you have that guy who just goes first, thinks later, it works itself out. And to me, Jaden Ivey, his shot's not bad. Like I know there's been a lot of talk about his shot, but his shot's not bad. In summer league, he shot at a pretty decent clip. You can see he has really deep range.
Really well in summer league.
Yeah, he has really, really deep range, which is a good sign. And he shot
Yes.
100% from the free throw line, which is also a good sign for someone who's developing as a shooter. If you're shooting well at the free throw line, that means you're going to start developing your three-point shot, your mid-range shot. And he's addressed that's something he wants to work on more. And I have no reason to believe he's not going to work on it. He seems like he has, not to say it again, but he has that dog in him where he wants to work. He wants, like, he's a psycho competitor.
Yeah.
And that's something you want in your players. And that's why I'm super high on him, and I like the fit here.
That's why I had to come to learn about him, though, is that psycho competitor.
Yeah.
Because I said it on Twitter, obviously. I think, at 6'4", I mean, the NBA is a big man's league. It just is.
Yes.
If it weren't the case, you'd be seeing guys at 5'6" and they're balling. You know what I'm saying? It just is. But at 6'4", I think you have to be at least shooting the three-point shot or playing defense. Now, I don't know that he's ever going to be, elite, quote-unquote, at shooting the three. But I definitely see the potential there on defense.
He can be, like we've said, they challenged him. Troy Weaver challenged him to be a great defender. He has the intangibles, he has the length, he has the lateral quickness to be a great defender. And even at 6'4" is not, an undersized guard by any means. Like, especially when your point guard is 6'7". Like, you can make up for it with that. So I'm excited for him. I'm ready to see them get out there and actually play, play actual games. I'm so excited for this Pistons team. This is going to be another, another year of just being excited, watching these young guys grow, watching them come into form and be actual NBA players. So I'm very excited for them, and I'm very excited for us, man. We got it through another day, another good day. We had some hiccups halfway through, but we thugged it out, and here we are at the end of the day. We appreciate all you guys for liking, for supporting, for being in the chat, for following us, for sharing it. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, make a fake account for your grandma, tell her to subscribe. Come back. We are here 5 to 7, Monday through Friday. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We got our boy Zarik on the chair. He killed it. We have Easy, as always, as my partner, my co-host. We have Young Sus, his second day in the booth. He did a good job. We got our boy Cheese Nips in the booth as well, as always, killing it. Not talking too much because he's got a mouthful of Cheez-Its, but we are the Woodward Heavyweights. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Like that.